from there. We need to get people riled up, and hell, if this doesn't do it, then I don't know what will. Don't worry, bro. I'll get them fired up and ready to go. Be sure you're not down there, okay? In case things go sideways, Wibble chuckled again. Believe me, when I'm done, they'll be begging me to stay behind to carry on the glorious fight. Mix a little racial pride with a little of this operation, and you've got a ready-made army, bro. He sighed and sniffed on his clothes. Now I have to get back in character, bro. I just wish I didn't have to get so fragrant on this gig. Put your secret agent face back on and don't get underway. Let's get underway. Devont Wallman, ran as fast as he could, darting around people on Washington, D.C. sidewalk, all seemingly more concerned with their daily lives than his urgent mission. He was late, and the doors would be locked soon if he didn't hurry. And these tourists with their witness protection t-shirts and smartphones and stuff were in his way. But an elbow here and a shove there and a couple words that will make Grammar tan his hide if she heard them coming from his mouth. And he could see clear space in front of him. His goal was inside the entrance of the Smithsonian National Museum of African Art. He could see that security was tighter than normal, even for the nation's capital. Men with earpieces wandered the perimeter, and news crews jolted for positions near a microphone stand on the sidewalk, as they expected someone important to give a speech soon. Normally, Devontae would hang around to see whether the person speaking was famous. He'd gone to see his favorite wrestler, The Rock, that way before the guys started making Disney movies. But today was too important. 2 more steps, and Devontae burst through the doors, panting hard. An elderly lady at the front desk smiled dismally at him as he bent over trying to catch his breath. His chest heavying as sweat dripped around the drenched New York Yankees baseball cap as he stuffed around his unkept dreadlocks.
All right, y'all are listening to Dee's Reading Corner on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can follow at Dee's Reading Corner. This is Dee's Corner Radio Show on Power 106.3 FM Radio. You can follow us at www.kyheartmedia.com. That is online and all streaming platforms. Thank you for tuning in. And your host, Mr. Animated, is reading Who is the Black Panther? It is a graphic novel, and we will be right back in just a second. So, sir, you're going to have to talk up just a little bit more. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. We wanted to give y'all a little snippet of what kind of happens behind the scenes. So, as y'all see, I am playing engineer today, but I am Mr. Animated Here's guest host. I give the facts of the week. So, please tune in online and on our radio dial at Power 106.3 FMKY Radio. If you are an author or if you have a favorite book and you would love for us to read the book, review the book, talk about the books, definitely hit our inbox. We are looking for donations of books. We're going to be giving books away for Christmas gifts as a part of the Stock is a Love initiative that is held every year. We're also going to be at GalaxyCon this year, and we're looking for authors to talk to. We're looking for kids to help support. We also are looking for a DJ. We need a kid DJ, y'all. We need somebody up here to help us keep things going. So if you have books, you have things you would like us to cover and talk about, definitely inbox us and get us some information. You guys are always welcome to donate books. We give books to doctors' offices, the cancer center, homeless, and all of those things. So we try to give back to the community. But thank you guys for tuning in. So this was your snippet of what's to come this weekend. We will be live from GalaxyCon Louisville. What's the dates again?
The dates are November 22nd through 24th.
So yes, we will post our booth number and information. So we will be there. So come by, meet Mr. Animated and me in person. And thank you guys for tuning in. You're going to have to project your books.
And I'm looking to have a mic sit in front of you. He's got the mic over here. That's why I'm moving forward. So
Yeah, you got to talk into the mic. So if you need to speak
and
forward.
He's talking like he normally talk with his record.
No, I need you to talk up, okay? That's why I put both the mics here, because I need you to pick up. And then we are still recording. So hey, everybody listening to Speaker, thank you guys for tuning in. We're about to get back, start reading, and we're going to give you guys some facts about the Black Panther.
You okay, hun? Welcome back, my fellow readers. So, today, as you all know, we are talking about the Black Panther.
Yes, we are. So, real quick, I guess I have a question for you. How did you discover the Black Panther?
I discovered the Black Panther when my parents decided that we were going to have a movie marathon of Avengers movies. So, in one of the most recent Marvel movies, I realized that there was a new superhero, the Black Panther. So I was really happy when they finally decided that they were going to come out with a Black Panther movie.
And then you found out that Black Panther goes back way further than what you thought, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so are you a comic book junkie?
Yes, I really am.
Okay, so a lot of people did not follow the original comics, which is where Black Panther started. So have you had a chance to read some of the older comics, or have you just kind of followed a lot of the newer graphic novels and stuff?
I've tried to follow up on the old comic books because that's where it actually originated from.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not new comics. New comics, they somewhat shift things around.
Okay. Well, for our readers out there, my name is Miss Nadia. I'm the host of Meeting in the Ladies Room Radio Wednesday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. And I'm your guest host for Dee's Corner here Sundays. We start at 7 p.m. live, the actual episode, but you can enjoy family-friendly music from 6 to 9 p.m. every Sunday here on Power 106.3. And I am your fact finder. So let me give you guys some facts about T'Challa. Since that's where we're going to start with him being T'Challa, and then we'll move into about him becoming Black Panther over the next 2 weeks. So, Black Panther, or T'Challa, is a fictional superhero character who is published by Marvel Comics. He was created by writer-editor Stan Lee and writer-artist Jack Kirby, first appearing in Fantastic Four comic number 52, which is cover dated for July 1966. Which was considered the silver age of comic books. Black Panther's real name, of course, is T'Challa. He was the Prince of Wakanda. He also became the king and protector of the fictional African nation of Wakanda. T'Challa followed up his father, T'Chaka, in succession of becoming the Black Panther, which we'll get more into about that. But far as his origins, he is the first superhero of African descent in mainstream American comics, having debuted years before early black superheroes such as Marvel Comics' The Falcon, which was 1969. Luke Cage was debuted in 1972. Blade was debuted in 1973, or DC's Comics' John Stewart in the role of Green Lantern in 1971. Black Panther mantle is also handled by Casper Cole, a multiracial New York City police officer. So what a lot of people don't know is that the Black Panther mantle can go from person to person, but it has to be earned. There is a ritual and all of that took place for people to become the Black Panther. So I'm going to stop right there and let you pick up. So what did you find interesting about his origins?
What I found interesting about the Black Panther's origin was how he decided that he was going to actually take it. How he realized that it was his time to actually become the Black Panther.
Right. So, to give some backstory, Black Panther's father was murdered during a mission to the United States, right?
Yep.
That's how it went in the comics, right?
Yeah, I think that's how it went in comics.
Okay.
Wait, yeah, that is how it went in comics.
Okay. So, he became his father's predecessor, even though he felt he wasn't ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he earned the title of Black Panther when he was in his teens. Yeah, it was when he was in his teens.
Okay. So, his first guest appearance, they said in the comics, it was during a Fantastic Four comic. And then I know a lot of controversy, which is a fact I would like to talk about today, which this is me schooling you, my young man. So for those who don't know Mr. Animated here, how old are you, Mr. Animated?
I am 15.
And you're our youngest host here on Power 106. He's the baby of the crew. Yeah, we don't treat him like a baby, but he's the baby of the crew. So there's a lot of stuff we get to talk about that he be looking like, what? So for those of my younger generation that are Black Panther fans, when he was created, he predates the Black Panther Party. He was not based off of that, and a lot of people don't know that. Then they also don't know that there was a time where his name was actually changed briefly because they didn't want any controversy with his name, and they actually changed his name to Black Leopard. But it didn't last really long. I think Stan Lee and them decided to come out and talk about how he started, the date that he started, which, they were able to prove. And he had been a guest apparent, comic in the comics. He was a guest in several issues of different comics. So, for those who don't know, there was a comic strip called the All Negro Comics that he appeared in. Jungle Tales. Atlas Comics was another one. There were several, Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos. There were several comics that had black superheroes actually in them, but Black Panther was actually the very first one in American mainstream comics. Very few were created before him, and none with actual superpowers. So that's where a lot of people kind of get some of the confusion. So, for example, the name change, when he appeared in Fantastic Four number 119, which was debuted February 1972, he briefly used the name Black Leopard. But then they changed it back in Avengers number 105, which T'Challa explaining that he renamed himself made much sense as altering the Scarlet Witch's name. And he is not a stereotype. So, another thing that they had done was they wanted to move his name to make it its own thing. So there's a lot of different figures throughout history that the Black Panther as the animal was used in. So they were trying to, back then in the 70s, figure out how to make him his own character.
So I actually want to talk to you about